There's a lot of conversations going on about how technology should be utilized in a purposeful fashion to empower our kids. But, as the title of this video really infers, pedagogy trumps technology. If we don't get instructional design right first, all technology is going to do is speed up the rate of failure. This is why we have to constantly take a critical lens to our instructional design. Instructional design matters, but as we think about where we are in education, we hear also a lot about innovation, and one innovative approach is student agency, which is very important. I define student agency as voice, choice, and advocacy, and how those three elements empower kids to own their learning. But let's look at low agency approaches versus high agency, and really think about how we can be intentional about the shifts we need to make. So low agency, deliver instruction. High agency, facilitate learning. Low, teacher-centered instruction. High, student-centered. When we look at low agency, learning just happens in the classroom. High agency approaches focus on learning anytime, anywhere. Low agency, a standardized approach. High agency, personalized, differentiated. Low, learn to do. High, do to learn. Low, content focused. High, application focused. Another low agency approach is ones that really get kids to just look for the right answer, whereas a high agency approach develops thinking. When we think about another low agency approach, teaching a segmented curriculum. High agency, an integrated curriculum. And finally, low agency, passive learning opportunities, whereas high agency are active learning opportunities. It's not that low agency strategies are bad per se, we just don't want to reside there. Tom Murray, my co-author on Learning Transformed, we coined this term return on instruction. Whether it's innovative, utilizing technology, employing a pedagogy first, technology second mindset, if appropriate. But when integrating technology or innovative ideas, there needs to be a return on instruction that results in evidence of improved learning outcomes. So what is your ROI? So as we think about going back to this pedagogy trumps technology, as we think about instructional design, it's, incumbent upon all of us to take that critical lens to our instructional design, whether we are teachers, administrators, coaches, parents, and even students. So I just want to identify 5 areas that we can all focus on to begin to make incremental improvements in order to grow and really ensure, both with and without technology, that there's going to be a positive impact on learning outcomes. And with each category, I'm going to pose some questions to you to really think about, how you can grow and improve. So focus area number 1, level of questioning. Are students being asked questions at the highest levels of knowledge taxonomy? Do kids have the opportunity to develop and then answer their own higher order questions? Area number 2, authentic, interdisciplinary context. Is there a connection to help kids see why this learning is important and how they will use it outside of school? Component number 3, rigorous performance tasks. Are kids offered the opportunity to actively apply what they have learned and create a product to demonstrate conceptual mastery aligned to the standards and the concept? Area number 4, innovative assessment. I can go on and on about this. Technology changes. How has assessment changed? How is it reflecting a better way to provide kids feedback as to what they've learned, how well they've learned it, how they applied it? So when we think about innovative assessment, is assessment changing to provide critical information about what kids know or don't? Are alternative forms of assessments being implemented, such as portfolios, to illustrate growth over time? And the final area, number 5, is improved feedback. Is feedback timely? Is it aligned to standards? Is it specific? And does it provide details on advancement towards a learning goal? If we want to improve outcomes, we have to take that critical lens to instructional design. We have to look at what the research says works and ensure that the pedagogical shifts are occurring, especially with technology. Ask yourselves this question: how has instruction, what the adult does, and learning, what the kid does, how is it fundamentally improved? with technology. As we think about what's worked in the past, what are we doing differently that really results in improved outcomes? If we really start with that question, how is it really improving what I do as opposed to what I've always done in the past? It really gives us a point to pause and look at building that pedagogical capacity to ensure that whether it's technology, innovative ideas, or any type of approach that we want to integrate or implement for our kids is actually going to lead to not new, not different, but better results. Would love to hear your comments on Twitter and share what you think in terms of what are those elements of instructional design that we have to focus on? How do we build that capacity amongst teachers, administrators, and school culture to ensure that our investments in technology are actually leading to transformative changes to teaching, learning, and leadership?